To this week's edition of Sports 360 Degree, where we bring you the latest and the greatest from the world of sports. This week, all eyes are on the London as the independent hearing into Man City's alleged 115 breaches of Premier League financial regulation gets underway, a trial being described as a sports trial of the century. In cricket, Rishabh Pant equals MS Dhoni's record with a scintillating 100 on Test return. And Ashwin made headlines with a heartfelt century against Bangladesh, witnessed by his proud father in the stands. And in football, the Champions League is heating up as the powerhouses like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool register wins, while Catalan giants Barcelona faces a surprising defeat to Monaco. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into these exciting stories and more. But first up, the cover story you're tracking this week. Returning to a Test cricket after a gap of more than 600 days, India's Rishabh Pant has scored his 6th Test 100 against Bangladesh in the first Test at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. The 26-year-old has equalled legendary Indian captain MS Dhoni's record for the most Test centuries by an Indian wicketkeeper. More in this report. Rishabh Pant made a triumphant return to Test cricket after 637 days, crafting a brilliant century to mark his comeback. Walking in during the 20th over of India's second innings, Pant faced a tense situation with India losing Virat Kohli for 17 and the top order faltering. Pant studied the innings, forming a crucial partnership with Shubman Gill. On day 2, he played cautiously, guiding India through a tricky phase. As day 3 began, Pant displayed patient approach, resisting his usual attacking instincts. In the opening hour, he focused on shoring up India's position, leaving risky shots behind in favour of solid defence. His half-century came off 88 balls, and evidence of his newfound maturity and tactical awareness. Pant and Gill picked up the scoring pace after their 50s. The runs began to flow as Pant shifted from a defensive mindset to his more familiar attacking style. The duo capitalized on easier batting conditions, putting Bangladesh under further pressure. Pant reached his 6th Test century, equalling MS Dhoni's record for the most centuries by an Indian wicketkeeper, but in just 34 matches compared to Dhoni's 90. Pant's inning ended at 109 when he attempted to clear Mehdi Hasan's delivery but mistimed the shot, resulting in a return catch. Though his knock ended, Pant's measured approach and ability to adapt highlighted his evolution as a key player. His century not only steadied the Indian innings but also reinforced his reputation as a game-changer player capable of delivering under pressure. Narayan Sukh's report for DD India. So, a phenomenal inning by Rishabh Pant at the crucial juncture of the match. And to analyze this, I'm joined by DD India's senior sports correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya. Tapas, a fantastic inning here by Rishabh Pant, an emotional century, and comes after more than 600 days on his return to the Test arena. How significant is Rishabh Pant's ability to adapt his natural aggressive style to a more restrained approach in the challenging situation? Can this be considered as a hallmark of a matured Test cricketer?
Oh yes, without an iota of doubt, Narayan. In fact, more than 2 years, 637 days to be precise, and the way he has shaped this particular innings, there was a bit of a wobble at the start of the second innings, but the way he maturely handled the scenario, it was required that he stayed on the pitch, he stayed on the crease. He is a natural stroke maker. We have seen in the T20 World Cup, we have seen in the matches also that if he stays on the pitch, the runs will come. He has an uncanny ability to score runs even of good balls, and that's exactly what happened. He showed that maturity coming into Test cricket. It's not easy. You have to adapt, and that's exactly what he did. You were bang on right. This is one of the most crucial innings, considering the fact that India wanted to score quick runs to set up the target for the fourth innings for Bangladesh to chase, and that's one of the reasons why you will say that this particular innings is so important. Given the fact that we have seen how one career-threatening injury accident that actually almost finished off his career. But coming from there, from almost everyone probably at that time written him off that he might not even work. But from there, coming into the Indian team, and remember there is a lot of competition in this particular Indian lineup, making sure that he has he plays in the playing 11, from making sure that India wins the T20 World Cup. From there to this particular Test match, you mentioned 2 years, 637 days he had to wait to make his make his return. And what a way to equal Mahendra Singh Dhoni's record. 6 centuries MS Dhoni has. He has done the same, and we believe that this is just the start. We will see many more swashbuckling innings, sensational innings coming from Rishabh Pant in days to come. But as you said, this is a huge moment for India and for Rishabh.
True, Tapas. Tapas, if we talk about the Rishabh Pant as a character, in December 2022, he met a fatal accident, and after that he made a comeback, and he also helped India to win a T20 World Cup. He also played IPL. So here again, he is in the Test arena. We know that it is the toughest arena to test the skills of the batsman. So how you look the character of Rishabh Pant after a fatal accident, making a comeback here, winning a T20 World Cup after a comeback, playing IPL, and again on his return in the Test arena to making a century. How you define the character of Rishabh Pant and what sets him apart?
Yes, I have to tell you this, Narayan, that a person's character is best understood the way he conduct himself. There's an old saying in English, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. That's something that we have seen. When you written him off, and everybody thought that his career is over, there were a lot of talk that who will be the next wicket-keeper batsman that India has, who can fill in the huge void that MS Dhoni left. He came back and he showed that you can't write him off, at least yet. The way he played those shots, the sixes, the fours, he actually has the ability to destroy a bowler's confidence, a morale, and that's exactly what happened. As I was saying, there was a bit of a wobble at the start when it was 2 for 28 when and from then on was and even when Virat Kohli went for 3 for 67, from then it was a Rishabh Pant show all throughout, and he calmed the nerves at the other end for Shubman Gill, who took his time to build his innings, but here Rishabh Pant just went about his job and made sure that India has quite a good lead at the start, and that's something, his innings along with Shubman's innings put India in the driver's seat very much in this innings, in this particular Test match. India has the driving seat. India has the potential to wrap up the match by tomorrow. The score is already Bangladesh need 357 runs to win. So in that sense, Bangladesh are struggling. They are 4 wickets down already. So we will say that India is in a great position to wrap up this match, this Test match by tomorrow.
True.
And a lot of credit for that goes to the way Mr. Rishabh Pant played the innings.
True, as you mentioned that India is in driver's seat and in cruise control in this match. Tapas, but one last question that is very important. In the past, there was an assumption that this Indian team in the home condition is always dependent on the spinning tracks and as well as their spinners. And in the past also, we witnessed that whenever there is a spinning track, India is just thrashing their opponents and deploying their spinners, Jadeja from one side and Ashwin from the one side. But this time around, the kind of performance they delivered with their pacers, especially the way Bumrah and Siraj came and the way Akashdeep came. So against the quality pace attack to that too.
Yeah.
So do you think they had just proved that assumption wrong here?
Oh, without an iota of doubt, and Ryan, you have to understand that gone are those days when India used to have spinners and used to bowl on those rank turner. Those days are well and truly gone. We have some of India's, world's best pace bowler currently. We have Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, currently at the moment, he is India, not just India's, world's best fast bowler. He has, the way he can swing the ball, he can, seam the ball. That's actually stupendous. So. And that's one thing we saw in the first innings, the way he picked up those 4 wickets. Again, you have to give credit to Mohammad Shiraz. He didn't let his guard down. And there are a lot of question mark whether he can play in this particular team. But again, he showed that he's a very uncanny character. He comes across as someone who doesn't bowl that fast, but off the pitch he's quite nippy, and that's something that works in his advantage. And we have to give credit where it is due. Akashdeep, the way he got those 2 crucial wicket of Bangladeshi players, they were at one point of time, he was on a hat trick, back-to-back wickets Akashdeep had of Zakir Hussain and Mominul Haq. Those 2 wickets and taking the middle stump, cracking the middle stump is no mean feat. So India's striker of pacer at this particular ground, at this particular pitch, actually set the stage for India's batsmen to build on. The ball was seaming, the pitch was behaving little on seaming and swinging the ball, but it is how you ball at that particular arena. In the first innings, India managed to go over 300-run mark because of the way Indian batsmen played. Indian bowlers showed that why they are considered one of the most potent attacks, not just in the subcontinent but around the globe, and the way they bowled against Bangladesh in the first inning. So huge credit to them. Obviously, you have Ravindra Jadeja, you have R. Ashwin, who have shown day in, day out in the last decade or so why they are considered the 2 of the best spinners in the world. But coming back for the Pacers, they have also shown that they are not to be left behind, even in Indian condition. Even though the pitch was assisting them, but they kept their line and length absolutely spot on. That's actually rewarded them. So for India, and Narayan, I just wanted to put another point here. You mentioned the fact that there's the general belief that Indian spinners rule the roost in Indian subcontinent. What about, when we go out, when we go to, let's say, England, when we go to South Africa, don't their pacer rule the rules there? What happens to their spinners there? They don't put their spinners in the first day of the play. So they also play to their advantage. So it's a very funny way of how international cricket works. If Indian pitchers start spinning from day one, they term it as spin-friendly pitches to help assist the pace spinners back in India. But if the pitch assists the pacers from day 1 till day 4, then it is they will not say anything. So it's a bit of a dichotomy, isn't it?
Definitely, Tapas, as you mentioned, that whenever Indian team is going there in Australia, they are getting the bouncy and the juicy pitches, and the beamers are there for them. But Indian team, one thing is that they never complained about the situation. Thanks, Tapas, for giving a very wonderful perspective of this match, and also on the Rishabh Pant. And India is on an unbeaten streak of the 17 home test series, and this will be 18th, and India is at the top, and the Australia is at the number 2. If you talk about the home series win, that is 10. So India is in a great form. Hopefully the team will convert into 18 also.
India, Narayan, do you think we will have another India versus Australia in Lords as the World Test Championship final?
Definitely, we are hoping that right now India is at the top of the table, and the kind of cricket India is playing, we are hoping India will be there. Thanks, Tapas, for joining us, giving a perspective of this important match. Now, shifting focus to football, the Independent hearing into Man City's alleged 115 breaches of the Premier League financial regulation has been started in London, and in what British media are describing as the sports trial of the century, a 3-person commission is examining the reams of the evidence for an estimated 10 weeks, with a verdict expected sometime before the end of the current season. More on the spot. English club Man City's trial began on Monday as they stand accused of 115 examples of financial rule breaking by Premier League. A 3-person commission is sifting through the reams of evidence for an estimated 10 weeks, with a verdict expected sometime before the end of the current season. Man City stand accused of 80 breaches of financial rules between 2009 and 18. plus a further 35 of failing to cooperate with the Premier League investigation. City have been accused of financial irregularities spanning 9 years from 2009, and the sternest punishment if found guilty is relegation. Point deductions and fines are also the potential penalties. The league charged City with the failure to provide accurate financial information and failure to provide accurate details for player and manager payments. An investigation was sparked by Der Spiegel publishing Football League's documents in 2018, and City stand accused of funneling money from club's owner through sponsors in United Arab Emirates. City have won 8 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, 3 FA Cups, 6 League Cups, the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup since being bought by Sheikh Mansour's Abu Dhabi United Group in 2008. It is not the first time City have found themselves in the dock over alleged financial infringements. In 2020, they were banned from Champions League for 2 years by UEFA for overstating sponsorship revenue between 2012 and 16, but they successfully appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. City said at the time of referral to the Premier League's independent commission that they were surprised by leaks issuing of these alleged breaches. With the hearing likely to continue for many weeks, it will inevitably put a cloud over Premier League season as City go for a 5th title succession. Whatever the verdict, either side could appeal, threatening to drag the process into early summer in 2025. Everton and Nottingham Forest had points deducted last season for breaching Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, although Leicester City avoided a similar fate after winning an appeal against the Premier League. Sports Desk, DD India. A shifting focus to hockey, Indian men's hockey team returned home to a grand welcome on Thursday morning after winning Asians Champions Trophy for a record 5th time. This was also the 2nd consecutive time India has won the trophy after the team defeated China on its home soil in a thrilling match. In the last edition, the men's hockey team had defeated Malaysia in the final. Take a look.
The Indian men's hockey team received a warm welcome at New Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport in the wee hours of Thursday. The team has shown immense grit and determination to win the Asian Champions Trophy title for a record 5th time. The Indian side, led by captain Harmanpreet Singh, secured the trophy after beating hosts China 1-0 in a thrilling final on Tuesday.
हर एक जीत स्पेशल रहती है हमारी टीम के लिए और लास्ट टाइम भी ये चैंपियन थे, इस बार भी, क्योंकि बैक टू बैक जीतना टूर्नामेंट बहुत बड़ी बात होती है हमारे लिए एंड टीम का जो बूस्ट है कॉन्फिडेंस अप करता है थोड़ा. तो आई थिंक जितने यंगस्टर गए हैं मेरे को हम सबको उनके लिए ज़्यादा खुशी है क्योंकि उनका फर्स्ट टूर्नामेंट था हमारे साथ ऐसे और गोल्ड मेडल जीतना उनके लिए उनको एक अच्छा कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा और पुश मिलेगा. तो काफ़ी स्पेशल है ये विक्ट्री जो हमारी.
Just a month after their success at the 2024 Paris Olympics, which saw them secure their 2nd consecutive bronze medal, the side went unbeaten throughout the tournament and registered their place in the knockout stage in emphatic fashion. According to the team's ace player Harmanpreet Singh, working on all the shortcomings in time was the biggest secret of this success. He also said that final match was not easy for them.
I think this win is very important for us because after the Olympics we are playing the first international tournament. So I think it's a great feeling for us and a great achievement for us that we are winning back-to-back 2 medals. Whenever we enter in the final match, and the final match will be never be an easy match for any team, and I think the China plays very well. And you know our team always plays very well in this tournament, and we make a goal and we just win that match and championship.
With the victory, India becomes the most successful team in the tournament's history. India also became the only team to win the title 5 times, having retained the trophy for the 2nd consecutive edition after their triumph in 2023. Jugraj Singh's lone goal late in the 4th quarter helped India overcome a fighting effort from the hosts and grab the victory. The success graph of Indian men's hockey team has been continuously moving forward, and the biggest role to play in it is the unity of the team. The men's hockey team are continuously proving themselves on the scale of success and increasing the prestige of Indian hockey at the global level. Gaurav Kumar's report for DD India.
Meanwhile, Indian defender Jarmanpreet Singh was ecstatic on their title triumph. In an exclusive interaction with DD India's Gaurav Kumar, Jarman said that the win in China this year was more special as compared to their title in the last year's edition. He also said that team is constantly improving with each step. Take a listen.
Right now we have with us Jarmanpreet Singh. Let's talk to him and try to know how he is looking this victory of Asian Champions Trophy. German, first of all, lots of congratulations for the winning the trophy of Asian Champions Trophy. How do you see this win and what importance this win keeps for you?
First of all, thank you so much, and I think this win is very important for us because after the Olympics we are playing the first international tournament. So I think it's a great feeling for us and great achievement for us that we are winning back-to-back 2 medals.
How do you see the final match against China? Because lots of people were hoping that though India will win, but the margin should be more higher. But it just come of 1-0. So what you would like to say about it?
I think whenever we enter in the final match, and the final match will be never be an easy match for any team, and I think the China plays very well, and you know our team always plays very well in this tournament, and we make a goal and we just win that match and championship.
Last time we have also won this championship, and now this time again we have won this championship. What difference do you think that in that win and in this win?
I think when we play in our home grounds, and it's a great honor for us when we play in the home grounds, and the full support is for us, and I think when we play in the other countries and the sport is for the, like we are now playing in China and playing final with China. So playing against the team and against the public is very big like a challenge for us, but we played as a team and we win as a team, and we show that we are a good team.
This time we have managed to score more field goals because total 26 goals were there, in which 18 goals were field. What you would like to say about that?
Yeah, because every time you know the PC conversation is the world best conversation, but we had lots of field goal this time, and I think it's a good improvement for the team for the future also, and I hope we will continue this performance.
How do you see this Indian campaign, the way the Indian team have played, because they were unbeaten throughout the tournament? What do you would like to say about it?
No, this one is a very good achievement for the team, and because we played all the matches and we win every match, and unbeaten team, and I think this is a good sign for the Indian hockey.
Thanks for talking to us. So this is Jarmanpreet Singh, who's saying that this is a good sign for the Indian hockey, the way the team is playing. He's also saying that now it's time for team to take rest, but their goal will be always to win the match and win the tournament. With cameraman Shiv Suman, this is Gaurav Kumar reporting from New Delhi, DD India.
Now it's time for some footballing action. Holders Real Madrid started its UEFA Champions League trophy defense with a 3-1 win over Stuttgart this week, and superstar Kylian Mbappe scored on his first Champions League appearance for Real Madrid. Dennis Undav levelled the Mbappe's opener in the second half, and Antonio Rudiger headed home in the 83rd minute to give lead to the 15-time European champion. Debutant Endrick wrapped the Madrid's win with a low drive in the stoppage time. Endrick became the Real Madrid's youngest Champions League goal scorer. At 18 years and 58 days, the Brazilian broke the record set by the club legend Raul in 1995, who scored against Fenerbahce at aged 18 years and 113 days. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich striker Harry Kane scored 4 goals to lead his side to a 9-2 demolition of the visitor Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League match. With this, Harry Kane became the highest scoring English player in the competition history with 33 goals in a game that sets record for the most goals in Champions League match. Bayern struck 3 times in the first half, with Kane converting the 19th minute penalty. Rafael Guerrero drilled home for the superb Jamal Musiala assist in the 33rd minute and Michael Olise added another 5 minutes later. England captain Kane bagged his third and fourth goals with penalties in the 73rd and 78th minute. Leroy Sané added another in the 85th before fellow substitute Leon Goretzka added their record-breaking ninth, the most scored in the competition's history. Meanwhile, Liverpool claimed a 3-1 victory at the AC Milan on their Champions League return. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate proved vital at the both ends as they guided Liverpool a vital win against AC Milan in their opening Champions League game of the season. Liverpool were playing their first Champions League match in 18 months after spending last season in the Europa League. It was a happy return even after a shaky opening, which may have had a few Reds fans worrying about the start of a slump for the Reds. So that's all in this edition of the Sports 360 Degree. Hoping you enjoyed it. Until we meet again, keep cheering your favorite teams and athletes. Namaskar.